Well, it looks like the Minnesota Vikings have a potential third target in Dede Westbrook. The former Jacksonville Jaguar and Oklahoma Sooner is signing with the Vikings. Zach, we all remember what Justin Jefferson did to not only the Bears, but the entire league last season. They have Thielen. Now they're adding Dede Westbrook. Does this Viking offense scare you?
Yes, but then they have this guy at quarterback that is inconsistent, and coming from fans of an organization who has an inconsistent quarterback play for years, I know the struggle, Minnesota Viking fans. But I mean, obviously, yes, it threatens me. I mean, you have the running back core that they have there as well. Plus, you have Thielen, Justin Jefferson, now Dede. You still have Chad Beebe as well too, who had decent years. He could compete for a third slot and fourth slot. And Dede returning kicks as well too is very, very threatening. I mean, he had 398 yards and a touchdown in 2018 and 19 on punt returns. So it's kind of concerning.
Zach, I feel like every single season, like for the last 3 years, right? Before the year, we're talking about Minnesota, and I look at Minnesota's roster, and I'm like, damn, dude, this is gonna be a tough team in the North. Like, this is a team we're gonna have some issues with. But for some reason, we've had the Vikings number, and I really hope that can continue. Dede Westbrook, I remember him as a Longhorn fan. I remember him tearing us apart at OU.
Yeah.
He was so good. I think he won like best wide receiver his final season there. He was so good. So that does worry me a little bit. We'll see what happens with the Vikings. I got to watch them in preseason. But like you said, anytime Dalvin Cook, Thielen, you add Justin Jefferson, it is definitely a team that you have to look out for. So that Vikings-Packers Week 1 matchup is going to be so fun. I'm so unbelievably excited for that. But yeah, is there anything else you'd like to add, Zach?
No, I mean, just the fact that another thing that I think kind of persuaded it was the wide receiver coach now in Minnesota was Dede's in Jacksonville. So he's now had the same coach for 5 years. I don't know if it's that it translates just like quarterbacks, where having the same coach kind of helps you, but who knows, it may help Dede with that transition.
Also in the news, the Chicago White Sox are acquiring second baseman Cesar Hernandez. The 31-year-old is hitting .231 with 18 home runs. The White Sox, of course, lost Nick Madrigal, their second baseman, earlier in the season to a torn hamstring, and have been looking for help throughout the trade deadline. I'm sure from a Chicago standpoint, you're not like overly thrilled with this move, but Hernandez is a solid player, and I doubt you had to give up much. Unfortunately, I do think that puts to bed the Trey Turner or Trevor Story rumors, and I'm sure the White Sox will now look for relief help.